Right, 10. Right 10. Right there. Nice shot. Right 10. Right 10. 5:14, second minute. Hey, ball.
Nice.
How are you today? What do you got? It's beautiful.
I get the wall, and I can pan back and forth, and if there's a retreat, you know, if there's a lift, I can
You
come
can
back.
actually pan it to the wall?
Yeah?
Hello, Noah. So nice to see you. I think you can just be in the way. I think even on an angle like this, you know what I mean? I guess you just spin it. Just do it at the end. Just spin it at the end.
You know, it's fine. It's slightly down, so I'm missing this.
I think you'll have it slightly over here.
Over here, you think?
But then you'll get a little bit more of the wall.
See, if I go over here, I don't get the faces. The further I go this way,
I understand
that's
that.
how
But you're limiting yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You're actually limiting yourself.
Well, actually, Albert has the other thing set up, so I've got an establishment shot.
Okay. And that the little square in the center is basic. Is it the whole picture? Or is it only a little thing in the?
It focuses the picture on a flat plane. And you can change it from here with it. If you want to move in, press T. If you want to move in.
That's what I'm doing.
Great.
Always announce the score. And the voice is on.
Yeah. If you can move slightly forward, you can catch well.
I just want to see what the score is.
It's this way with the wall.
It's got the other one.
Why do you think City is the best time? And it's even better to go on top of Commander like I did.
You're not really picking up the difference in the speed of the ball, you know, from this angle for some reason.
If I did that, I'd have to find and walk back again.
With the white background, you might be better off just taking it from the back. Because from what I see in here, you're not really generating that much speed of the ball concept, you know what I mean? So with that in mind, since you're not gaining that much over here, you might be better. I don't know if you can get up there on that first tier there. Can you do that? Can you get the first hit? What?
I don't know, the camera is still on.
It looks like it's flat there. On the other side of that. It's too low there. The next level. See, this is the right level over here. They're not picking up that much with the speed of the ball. That's the only problem. What do you want to do? Want to try it up there?
No, I'm gonna, actually, I think you're right.
Don't trip on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Let's see what we can get from over here.
a middle ground.
And you'll get Charlie's face when they're ready to receive serve. Just try and capture the action.
This is
And this
like,
drop isn't bothering you here? This basketball is Yeah, you start here with the serve and you got part of the wall. As soon as the ball, you don't have to pan it back to the first receiving return. You forget that. Because they're going to step forward to get into the play.
I'll come here and come back.
No, but I think it takes it slightly away from it. Oh, no. You see now, you see what happens? They won't congregate them anyway
Yeah,
after
right.
the return of serve.
After the second volley, I've got them all right here. So if I go here and pan back,
Okay, what you're seeing here now is the United States Handball Association Invitational Doubles Tournament. What it's going to do is bring together some of the finest players in doubles play. There's a big distinction between playing singles and doubles because teamwork is more involved. In singles, when two great singles players try to combine for a doubles tournament, they usually don't do too well because each is still thinking as an individual. The person serving now is Charlie Sheldon, a long-time singles strategist who just recently has gotten into the doubles field. He's trying to do that because his son David Sheldon is growing up, and I think he's gearing for that occasion. His partner is Jose Medina, the fellow in the white t-shirt and the dark shorts. He gets a little uptight when he gets into competition, so that's one of his disadvantages. Jose Medina is serving now. They're far behind in this particular contest. One reason being that Benji Bretner, the fellow with the long pants and the dark shirt on the left, is playing with his brother Louis in the red attire. They've played many championship doubles games together and do rather well. Being brothers, they can communicate a lot much better, even though they don't have the verbal reportage that's required.
aren't they famous for arguing, as a matter of fact?
Well, being brothers, they have a tendency to argue, but it seems to have a positive aspect. When they argue with each other, they actually get the other brother out of the shell and focus more on the game. They're money players, and they are very alert to each point because of the money games they've played. In this particular contest, Charlie Sheldon, being more a singles player, is not really going to contribute too much. His singles expertise was continually volleying the ball, and in doubles, if you continually volley, you come off on the short end, because the Bretner brothers have a lefty strength in the middle and a righty strength in the middle. The Charlie Sheldon, Jose Medina tandem are two righties who are both sort of conservative players. You can see by the wrappings on Jose Medina's knees that he's having a lot of trouble with his knees, and he doesn't have that flexibility. When he gets into tournament competition, he gets a little uptight and he plays too defensively. So what you have here is the aggression of the Benji team, Benji Bretner and Louis Bretner team, versus the destabilizing factor of just getting the ball back in play of Sheldon and Medina. You can see if you're going to win this game, you have to go aggressive and take the shots because they're so far behind in the score. They're not even doing that, and that's right up Benji and Louis' alley. Benji is a wonderful retriever who gets everything back, and Louis is the shot maker. So that's almost like a perfect team in this type of combination for a doubles success.
How come they're playing these guys high, Ruby? That seems like a lethal strategy, Charlie and...
Yeah, it is, but there's only one blow in this scenario. That is, when Benji and Louis get ahead, they think the game is over, And when they fall behind, they think the game is over. So that's the only thing that's wrong in their particular strategy. Unfortunately, Charlie and Jose are not putting pressure on them. If they put any sort of pressure on them, then you may see a little turnaround in the score. I'm not saying that Charlie and Jose could win. I'm saying that Benji and Louis would then get nervous, then anything can happen.
How would you attack the brothers? What kind of strategy would you and Oscar, how would you attack these guys?
That's an excellent question. As you can see, the speed of the ball is basically the same. They're just whacking the ball about a moderate speed. They line up on the short line. If Oscar and I were playing, I would use high level power, shoulder level, to push back the team. And by pushing them back, no matter where they return the ball to the wall, my brother Oscar would go in, take it on the fly, and kill it in front of himself. They're not doing that here. Benji and Louis are content right at this moment because of the score lead they have. They'll just stay in the game and, like the tortoise in the hare, hope that they'll finish to the finish line first. That doesn't necessarily have to happen.
Charlie kind of talks to himself. I notice he's been very quiet today.
When Charlie is in contention, he'll start talking to himself. That's a very good signal that he's sending. It means that he thinks he's going nowhere. You picked it up rather accurately. It's only when he's making his move he'll say yes, and he'll continue to go on to play. Again, you see what's happening. Benji and Louis are falling into a stagnation pattern. If Charlie and Jose Medina get into no trouble and just keep the ball moving, they may be able to put a shot together and then put pressure on Benji and Louis. There's one thing a fellow like Louis doesn't like. It's when you change the speed of the ball and you don't antagonize him or attack him. You change the speed of the ball, he has to think momentarily, and that's where he gets into trouble. His great skill is moving his hand forward at a terrific rate of speed, but that terrific rate of speed has to come from his opponent. What Charlie and Jose Medina are doing now, unwittingly, is changing the speed of the ball, getting Louis and Benji into a drowsiness pattern. Look at Benji, he's just standing there, he's just like lingering in and out. These two guys who just keep returning the ball. This could be dangerous for the back team. I'm not suggesting that it's going to make any difference in this game. They're too far ahead.
I don't see any particular strategy on the part of Charlie and Jose. As they retreat, they stand back there. There are no blocks. There's no attempt to create an advantage.
Number one, they're frustrated. Number two, they don't have the offensive skills to put pressure on this team. And Jose tends to tire very much. I once saw him in a game. He was actually collapsing on the court. He was so fatigued. It wasn't due to the physical aspect. It was more due to the emotional aspect. Look, he's shaking his head. He can't believe he's doing so poorly. And now he's actually in a dream world, believe it or not, physically. He's just going through the motions.
You're right. He's just standing there like a zombie.
Yeah. His knees start to hurt a little more when you're frustrated and you're losing. You see, when you're winning, your knees don't hurt. Like my back. When I make a shot, my back doesn't hurt. It's only when I miss. And that's human nature. Look at that shot by Louis. He hit it about 5 feet out. That's really not his type of play. He's very precise in his shots. But you can see his mental attitude is...
he doesn't care at this point because he knows he's going to win.
It's taking a nosedive, actually, and he'll get careless. Now, Benji is... this is really strange. Louis is the force on the court, and they were playing most of the shots to Louis.
But sometimes that happens with these two brothers, right? Every once in a while, Benji just becomes very inattentive.
Unfortunately, the level of refereeing is not a good idea. The referees themselves are falling asleep and they tend to stargaze. And then when they're confronted with the problem, they don't really know what they saw.
We're starting to see Charlie show his colors.
Charlie is actually trying to unsettle the ambiance of this pleasant game of Benji and Louis. And this is one of the subtle ways that you can do it. You remember you mentioned before about players yelling at each other to pep them up? Well, this is like a little subtle reference here. It doesn't mean that Charlie doesn't like the referees. He's just trying to focus his attention to do something. There was a shot in the corner, and again, nobody was watching. And unfortunately, don't have a referee on each line. So Rudy, I think he needs glasses. He does everything by sound now rather than by sight. No, I'm serious. It's one of those unfortunate things.
Well, perhaps we could have blind referees, you know, a program for blind referees.
Did you say line referees or blind referees?
Blind referees.
You just feel your way to the pool, I get it.